Hello everyone, my name is Basti and I'm an independent trader with years of experience in the crypto markets. If you're looking for the latest information for daily chart analysis, and if you're looking for trading predictions as well as trading news, then you've come to the right place. Let's go. Good morning everybody and welcome back to the channel. Nice to see you here today. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, you hit the notification bell so you can be notified from Monday through Friday every time we post new videos. And the way the markets are, you cannot afford to not stay up to date, so make sure that you do that. Now let's have a look at the 1 hour chart for Bitcoin, where we see something that's very interesting. Of course, over the weekend, not a whole lot happened. Last week, towards the end, we did have this drop in the price that we can see here. And then yesterday, for a brief period, we also had another small sell-off that we can see here. However, we found support at the price of $37,572 US. Now, what's interesting about this is that, as you can see, we've been able to use this support in the recent days, and we've retested the support. We see here a couple of times, and then yet again here over the weekend. So that is for now very good news. As you can see, the price pumped right after retesting and confirming that price as support, as you can see here. And now the question is, if we do manage to keep pushing the price upward, then we're going to come up here to this small resistance, or it's not a small resistance, it's actually a strong one. As you can see, we've tried over and over again to go beyond it, and we haven't been able to. That is at the price of around 40,000 US dollars. So it's going to be important that Bitcoin does manage to go beyond that price line. And of course, some of you have mentioned that, oh, this is another head and shoulders pattern. Yeah, it could be, but this shoulder is too far apart from the head. And so, I mean, it could be, but right now, my advice to any of you is to not really pay much attention to patterns, because you can have the inverse head and shoulders pattern, or the ascended triangle, descended triangle. Whatever you can think of that you might see on the charts doesn't really apply, because at the moment we seem to be trading is just based on resistance and support, and that's it. So you can keep it in the back of your head. You can keep your radar on for that, but of course, my advice is that you don't pay attention to that at the moment, because it doesn't really apply in the market situation that we are in. Now, if we go into the daily chart, here we can see also another interesting thing, and that is, it seems like there's a new resistance line that is being formed in this descending channel, if you will. As you can see, 3 times already resistance. And now the question is, if at 41,000 US dollars, this will become yet again resistance, and it remains to be seen what happens. As you can see, this is the 50 EMA line here. And this line has been very strong resistance for Bitcoin. As you can see here, we try over and over to go beyond it, to go above it, haven't been able to. Or weren't able to for a while. It was also support, and when it becomes support, then it is a strong support as well. So right now it's interesting, of course, is Bitcoin going to go above this line? And if that's the case, that means in probably even this week, that's when we get to test the price at $41,300 more or less. And if we hit there, then and we get rejected, then we're going to go back down to this important support line here at the bottom. And as you can see, it has been a very good support for Bitcoin for months and weeks now. We've retested it over and over again. And we are, even in the last few days, we retested the line again as support. So what that means is, so long as we don't close any candles, daily candles under this line, then we might be even forming a double bottom here that could obviously bring the price to new heights. But that means, for now we don't have to worry, so long as we don't have a daily close under this line. And I'd be very interested to hear from you guys what you think. So please leave it in the comments below if you think the way it looks at the moment, if Bitcoin is actually a safe haven, even in times of crisis. So I'm interested to hear about that, see what your opinions are. And yeah, at the moment, I'm not going to talk about the crisis directly, just because in the past my videos have been banned just for mentioning the situation. So, I do need your help and your support. If you can also and want to, you can join us on our Telegram group, where there is always new information that I'm posting throughout the day. Also over the weekend, information that obviously cannot come into these videos. And we're about 10,000 people in that group at the moment. So feel free to join. It's also completely free and it's very helpful. Another new thing that I wanted to show you today, or not new, but we haven't really talked about it in a while, is let's go and have a look at the logarithmical curve for Bitcoin, where we here see that we have this line at around 39,000 dollars that has been very, very good support for us. And yeah, sure, we are just right there at the moment, but as you can see, it's been holding as support. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with this indicator, the logarithmical curve, that's where we see when we had these red lines, for example, they indicate the different halvings that Bitcoin has every 4 years. Then we also see the highs and the lows for the bull and bear markets in previous seasons. And as you can see, Bitcoin seems to be using this in a very respectful way, if you will, where we test and support, and we test resistance, and we do that over and over again, and we almost go by the book every time that we are testing these lines. So at the moment, again, we quickly went to retest the support line here. And if anything happens in the news that is very significant, then of course I can bring the price down to retest the line at the bottom at $30,000. But I personally do not think that we're going to have a huge crash that it will break down this logarithmical curve. So for me, at least, I'm still very bullish, especially when I see that this important support here has been retested and it has held very well for Bitcoin. And for the fear and greed index, we are at 20 points at the moment. That is, we dropped from 26, which is a big drop, and we haven't been at 20 for a while. In fact, if we look at our graph here, we see that precisely that we've had in the recent weeks, things were going relatively well. People were hoping that things were going to change for the better. And of course, that wasn't really the case. The whole situation that is important at the moment here in Europe has made an impact, a rather big impact, of course, in all of this. And so long as we do stay in this range of 30 and 20 points, I don't really see any more big changes to the market. Of course, people are still very uneasy about the whole situation. So not everybody wants to come in and trade. Not everybody is also willing to sell. So things are very uncertain on the one end, but that's something to keep in mind. Also, when it comes to the news, in the Ukraine, the volume in the exchanges have spiked about 200% in the whole situation with Russia. So that is, of course, something also that was foreseeable to an extent. But I would say, because Ukraine is such a small country, then there's really not a whole lot of movement that can bring to the global market in the cryptocurrencies per se. But it's interesting nonetheless. Then also, when it comes to Terra Luna, they have basically skyrocketed in the price, one could say, and that is because they have decided to actually back their cryptocurrency with a stable coin, which at the moment I think they've done it with about $1 billion US. So of course a lot of people are interested in investing in Luna, and that is a good thing for the market overall. Now let's go and have a quick look at Ethereum. At the moment, we find ourselves at around 2,575 US dollars. And you can see this is a very also has been very good support for Ethereum at the moment. We've been able to retest it, and we've been able to bounce from this support line, and that at the moment that is a good sign. Of course, we are dangerously close to the bottom support line, and we currently are trading sideways. We should be able to take out this high here, and if we do, then we move towards the 2,770 US dollars. If not, of course, the price could be pushed even lower. That all depends, of course, on what Bitcoin does. If Bitcoin falls 1-2%, then the altcoins, you do have to be very careful. You can, of course, buy. You can, of course, put it in your whole portfolio. But at the moment, if Bitcoin falls, they will do it 2, 3, 4 times even harder than Bitcoin does. So that's something to keep in mind. Should you be interested, you can, of course, visit the link in the description for femex.com, where you can get a nice bonus if you join their service. That's an affiliate link, of course. Then also I offer coaching services for those who are interested in learning more about trading, but that at the moment is only for German speakers. Hopefully that will change soon in the future. And tomorrow I'm flying back to Dubai, where I live, and we have to see what happens with tomorrow's video update. I will try, however, to still keep you up to date through Telegram. And that is it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you like and share the content. As always, subscribe to the channel. My name is Basti. Bye-bye.